Hello and welcome to livealittlehigher.com. This week we continue learning Pirkei Avot, Ethics of the Fathers, with chapter 4, Mishna 8, in which Rabbi Yosef says, "Whoever honors the Torah is himself honored by people, and whoever disgraces the Torah is himself disgraced by people." So the Hasidic master, Rabbi Haim of Kosov, gave the following interpretation. He says that if a person truly desires and values something, he will go to all lengths to get it. When people know what something is worth, they'll do everything they need to get it. Like they won't mind climbing a mountain to get to the Himalaya because they know the feeling of achievement, so they want to get there. Or if a person, for example, is walking in the street and suddenly he finds a piece of rock in the ground and he recognizes it as a diamond that hasn't been polished, and he recognizes the value of it, he will get in his knees, he will do whatever he needs to do to get that rock in his hands. So he says here that if a person knows or values the true value of Torah, he will humble himself to gain whatever knowledge he can, even if it means learning from someone who is beneath his status. So a person that knows the value of Torah, you can have, for example, a great rabbi coming to eat at your Shabbat table, and none of your guests are in the level of knowledge of the rabbi, but if the rabbi truly honors the Torah, he truly values the Torah, whatever insight another person will give, let's say, has prepared a Devar Torah, has prepared something to say, he will be happy to listen to that person and to learn from him. Even though he knows it, there's always something new to learn. And this shows that this person humbles himself in order to receive more Torah, and in this way he gives dignity to the other person. The contrary, it testifies also to his greatness. Like people would think, like if that's beneath me, it will make me lower than who I really am. Like to listen to someone that is not in my level will make me a small person. What the Mishna is teaching us is that it's the other way around. The greater a person is, the greater he values other people's knowledge of Torah. And so he says, the test of a person's greatness is his willingness to humble himself to learn from other people. So when we see that a person is able to do this, we really see the greatness of this person. So then it comes to say that is himself honored, is himself disgraced by people. And if you read the Hebrew of the Pasuk, of the Mishnah, it says gufo. Gufo comes from the word guf. And so what it really means, it does not say that he will be honored. What it really means is that he will be disgraced, but rather that his body will be honored or his body will be disgraced, his guf. So what does this mean really? What is the Mishnah trying to explain to us? So here we come, and the Talmud explains that man was created on the last day of creation. If he develops himself spiritually, he will be told that he was created at the end of creation, because everything that preceded him was created for him. So the whole purpose of everything else is for him. If he fails to live a spiritual life, and on the other hand he goes and he lives a life of desires and materialism, then he will be told that even the insects were created before you. What means is that even the smallest insect is more important than you, and that's why it was created first. Man can hardly be considered great by virtue of his body, because the body really is a vessel. It's like a car. What really matters in the car is who's driving the car, where it's taking the car. So we see here that also many animals in the wild have bodies that are far superior to the body of man. We see that many animals have bodies that are much more stronger, they're better, they better shield themselves from the elements of the world, like they have fur, they have things that protect them. So we see here that the human body is essentially as a receptacle for divine spirit. Like the body really is a vessel that carries the neshama, and its value depends on the quality of the soul. So if a person is a person that is learning, that is doing mitzvot, that is a caring person, then the quality of the body is going to be greater because it's carrying a greater neshama than a neshama of a person that does nothing for nobody, never learns, doesn't care, doesn't do mitzvot. So the value comes really from what it contains. So a cheap earthenware cup full of gold has great value for what it contains. But if it's full of sand, it has very little value. Man's body is nothing but an earthenware vessel for the spirit. That's what the body is. So the Midrash states that Hillel told his students that he was on his way to do a mitzvah. And the students asked Hillel, what mitzvah? What kind of a mitzvah are you going to do? And Hillel said, I'm going to the bathhouse. And the students say, what? To go and get a shower? That's a mitzvah? And he said, because man was created in the image of God, then to keep the image of God clean, it is considered a mitzvah. So man being created in the image of God does not refer to man's physical body. It doesn't mean the physical part of the body, because in reality Hashem has no corporeality. He's an infinite being, so he has no body. But it is because the Torah and God are identical, as we are taught, it, Torah, and He, Hashem, are one, that the Zohar tells us it is living a Torah life that makes man's physical body the vehicle whereby he becomes the image of God. So depending on what type of way that you live your life, that in your neshama, how your soul connects to the world, will make your body a godly vehicle, or it's not going to be a godly vehicle. That's what depends the worthy of the body. So if a person honors Torah by living a Torah life according to the principles that Hashem gave us, then his body is respected for what it contains. You see a person that is a proper person, he's a mensch, he keeps the Torah, he doesn't go around talking bad about other people, he's always looking how he can help someone else, then you see that body, you see a godly body. But on the other hand, when you see a person that the only thing he does is pleasures of the world, he's smoking, he's not eating kosher, he's not taking care of his presence, he's not taking care of the world, then you see that he will be not respected. So I leave you here. I wish you a blessed week, and remember, live a little higher. Thank you.